guys, how you doing? This is Manga etc. I'm here today to bring a review for One Piece Manga chapter 1028. So we start things off with just basically finding out that CP0 want Robin alive for obvious reasons. We know that many people could use Robin's services, and it's because of her knowledge. She's a powerful asset in the One Piece world. People want her alive. Basically, just reiterating that some further. I think we did know that CP0 was a party that was interested in capturing Robin. If we didn't, now we know. But 100% we know why anybody in their right mind wants to capture Robin. Actually, you can think of a couple of reasons. If your mind goes that deep into the gutter, you can think of other reasons, but you know the main reason, obviously. So after that, I do believe it's the bit where we find out basically there's a time limit on Momosuke's mission, and as we knew previously, Yamato is aiding Momosuke in this mission, but we find out within this chapter, Momo's gonna concentrate on keeping things afloat, and Yamato is gonna go on her side mission. So it's after that I realized that this chapter is not going to take the focus that I initially thought it was going to take focus off of last week's chapter, which would have been the Zoro versus King. But what we do get is just as good as a Zoro versus King, which is Sanji versus Queen. That started off, it's not over yet, but it has essentially started off. And basically, what this fight does, what this chapter does for us, is just tells us, it heavily hints at, it's not confirmed yet, but something that I did think would be a possibility way down the line back in Whole Cake Island when we find out all of this information. And that is that Sanji is a late bloomer. We know about all of Sanji's past via the Whole Cake Island arc, and Sanji himself was said to be a failure, but it seems now that things are coming. Things are coming. I had a way to phrase it there, and I completely lost it. But like I said, Sanji seems to be a late bloomer, and now I don't know why he's blooming now. It probably links to the raid suit. I did watch a King of Lightning video, two King of Lightning videos recently, and it seemed like he's right on the matter. I think he said in his in that two videos seems to be right on the matter, and I personally agree with everything he said in those videos. If you haven't seen those videos, go check them out. But I myself personally always thought that Sanji would be a late bloomer way back, because one of the things that his bros can't seem to do is refuse a command from their dad. And when you look at Sanji, he can refuse a command from his biological dad, but the person that he sees as a father figure, Red Zeph, he is someone that Sanji can't say no to. And it was for that reason why I thought that Sanji would eventually be a late bloomer and just great and get all that Germa 66 goodness later on down the line. And it seems like he is essentially getting those things now. So one thing that I didn't like about this chapter within the fight is the whole thing with where you have Queen, and he basically launches himself out as a snake, and that basically leads to the whole moment of where he says that he's modified his whole bodies to be voice activated, and that leads to the comical bit of the chapter. But I didn't find it funny at all. I thought if anything it was a bit too gaggy. I feel like not every fight needs to have like a gag or a gimmick to it, and it tried to be what I consider forced humility. I mean not humility, humor, forced humor, but that's essentially what we got. So the whole thing with how he he wrapped up Sanji, he was squeezing him, and it was said to be how that this is the strongest grip. People who don't even have mastery of Ultimate Haki can break it, and the only reason why Sanji was able to break out of it was because of Queen's mess up. That whole thing there. Nah, I would have rather that was written better. Anything would have been better than that. Just a more serious vibe. Just I'd have settled for Sanji be the one person who was ably strong enough to get out of it, or just the first person along the line. Just make it just seem like Queen was dealing with scrubs up until this point. So yeah, that was the only one thing I disliked about the chapter. But yeah, like I said, that leads to us seeing Sanji. And then after that, it it leads to the heavily hinted Sanji is a late bloomer. And so like I said, it's heavily hinted. It's not been confirmed yet, but it's most likely definitely going to be so. And that's it. So everything I got to say about this chapter, like always guys, I'm asking for the rating. I will give it a 3-star rating. And like always guys, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Most importantly, take care, have a nice day.